Good morning. Should I center myself? Oh gosh, this is too... Oh, sorry if I'm setting anyone off with this. Right, I'm gonna cross my legs actually because we've got loads to discuss. Do you want to see how many questions I've screenshotted? Look at this. All the questions I've screenshotted. That's how many. We've got a lot of tea to sip today. I had too much fun in Miami and I've almost lost my voice. It's not almost actually, it's just on the verge. It's on the verge of being lost. But we're gonna find it in this video. She's coming back. I have not done a Q&A video since the beginning of 2023. It's now the beginning of 2024. So that I think is why we have so many questions to discuss. I don't even know where to begin. First question is, what are your goals and dreams for this year? Now, I'm not that organized when it comes to goals and lists of goals and lists on lists of goals and a 5-year plan and a 10-year plan. I don't so much believe in those kind of plans because in my experience, the saying is true, we make plans and God laughs. Even just now in Christmas, my plan was to go to the countryside with Duke and that plan did not happen. So in terms of goals and what I want, this is the first year that I've actually done a vision board. That sounds so Pinterest vibes, but this is the first year that I've actually like gone on Pinterest, found images that I like, done a board that I see every day in my house. I know some people say you have to put it away and not think about it, but I like visualizing things. I like waking up and looking at what I want my life to look like and what I want my life to be like, and almost like the aesthetic of my life. And I like seeing that every day and reminding myself, okay, this is why I'm getting up. This is what I want. It's actually also one of the backgrounds on my phone as well, which I love because it's kind of like gorgeous imagery. I'm just looking at it now thinking I should show you, and I just realized that 3 images are a couple kissing. Like obviously a couple I don't know, I found them on Pinterest, and I don't want to show you this like random couple like kissing. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I'll show you. This is like healthy vibes to me. Life is beautiful, confident. This girl, she's like on a horse, and this girl's kissing her horse, and this girl's playing tennis. And then at the bottom, I have this image of 2 girls like just drinking their wine. It's dark, it's late night, they're outside, they're giggling, and that's something that I love doing. That was an image that I like really wanted to see every day, just a reminder of like girl time, giggles, laughter, like just having so much fun. So it's like a mix of wholesome, a mix of health, a mix of relationship. I actually have a couple of like different ones that I switch out. That's just the one that I have now. Those images are just like the overarching goals and dreams of this year. So many questions asking me how I am, which is so sweet. How am I doing post-breakup? How am I doing in life right now? Someone even said, you seem so much more calm and relaxed about this breakup. Tell us your secret. To answer your question about how I am, I feel like a weight has been lifted on my shoulders. And I think a lot of that was down to feeling so low at the end of last year. Really, truly feeling like I just couldn't get out of bed for days and days and days on end. Like doing something so simple like making myself toast just felt like the biggest task. The beautiful thing about rock bottom, and I have said this before, I will say it again, is the only way from rock bottom is up. That is the only way. You can only feel better when you feel the most shit you've ever felt. Anyone that feels like they're at rock bottom right now, I am telling you, you can feel better, because rock bottom, the lowest that you've ever felt, is the lowest you've ever felt. So I also feel really good knowing that I'm being more spontaneous. I said at the beginning of this year, I want to be more spontaneous. It's now almost the end of January. I am being so spontaneous. Like, so I can't even tell you. I'm just saying yes to everything. Like so many things that I would have generally had to think about or plan or organize. Like even one of my friends said, oh, I'm having a birthday party in Miami. Will you come back for it? And normally I would have been like, no, you know, I need to do this. I have this responsibility, my dog, I don't know, like I need to be in London. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, yeah, I'll come back. I'm just saying yes to everything, which might get me in trouble soon. I'm a bit scared, but I'm having such a great time doing that and like embracing more freedom and more spontaneity. Okay, a lot of questions about relationships, previous relationships, dating. I'm gonna answer them all because I feel like in 2023, that for me, in the 10 years that I've been online now, that for me was the year where I really stepped into my most authentic self online. I felt like there was always like an online version of me and a real me, and 2023 those really like meshed, and now I'm just me. I'm definitely my most authentic self. I do think TikTok has helped with that enormously. TikTok and YouTube Shorts, that kind of like short form videos, really helped me show my personality more, which is so weird because you would think it would be like longer YouTube videos, but I feel like that has actually helped me like come out of my shell and be not that I was even in a shell, but come out of my shell even further, because I'm not exactly shy or anything, but that's really helped me like with my confidence online and sharing more of myself and not being like afraid of what people might think. Why did your relationship end? So I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago on YouTube. My previous relationship ended because we wanted different things. We were just on different paths and different journeys, and that is totally fine. That doesn't mean someone's right, someone's wrong. It was actually like very peaceful and just like, oh, you want this and I want that. Cool. Hopefully also answers what ultimately led to the end of your relationship. No sugarcoating, just honesty. I said a couple of weeks ago and I'll say it again because I feel like a lot of people who ask me questions at the Q&A maybe hadn't seen that part of the vlog where I talked about my relationship ending. If my best friend was gonna have a breakup, I would wish her this breakup where it's just like really calm, really at a place of like respect for the other person's time, for the other person's boundaries, for the other person's values, what they want. I feel like the internet really gives breakups a bad reputation. Not everything lasts forever. That is something I really learned in 2023. Nothing lasts forever. And I do not want to give breakups the bad reputation that they have. I don't want to play into that story because it doesn't always have to be like that. What are you looking for in a man? What are the must-haves? Okay, off the top of my head, there's a term that I really like that I saw online, and it's physically and emotionally available. So for example, I like doing loads of activities. I play tennis, I go riding, like I go on walks every day. I probably walk like an hour and a half every day. I like someone that likes to be outdoors and that likes physical activity. Emotionally available, I feel like that's something every emotional girl should put on their list. Someone that understands or like has the willingness to understand. And that leads me to another thing. Sees benefit in personal development. That's something else that's really important to me. Likes family time, wants to have a family. That's something else that's really important to me. I have dated guys in the past that like didn't want to hang out with my family, didn't enjoy family time, and like to me that's a deal breaker because like I literally speak to my family 85 times a day. I'm obsessed with all my cousins. I need to know what they're all doing at all the time. I see my sister 100 times a week. Like you need to be a family orientated person to date me, otherwise this ain't gonna work. This one I wanted to answer separately because this is, what different traits are you looking for in your next relationship? The number one different trait I think I'm looking for in my next relationship, and I think this is the difference between dating in your 20s and dating in your 30s, is I am now looking to date someone with direction. Dating in my 20s, I didn't really need to date someone that had direction. I didn't really need to date someone that knew what they were doing with their life, or what their goals were, or what their like future look like, and now I definitely do. I want to be with someone where both our values and both our ideas and like goals for the future are aligned. Do you feel you need another single year, or will you keep dating? So for those of you who don't know, I did a year recently. What year was that? I don't even know. Was it right out of COVID, I think? I did a year where I did no dating, no speaking to men, like no kissing men, no nothing men, like nothing. I was on a man detox for a year. I don't think you need to do that. I don't know why I made it a year. I feel like a couple months would have sufficed. Why did I have this fixation on a year? Also, I didn't see such benefit in that because number one, I'm a relationship person. Number two, you learn the most when you're in the thing. Like when you're trying to get a job and you learn the most in a job. It's almost like that. Like you learn the most about yourself, about the other person, about what you like when you're dating, not when you're doing a single year. Sister to sister, I wouldn't recommend doing a single year. Do a couple months, 6 months, 4 months, especially if you're a relationship person like me. Swearing off men for a whole year was actually kind of a waste of time. I'm glad I did it. So I knew, like I ticked it off the list. I wanted to do that and I did it, and I'm glad I stuck it through. So to answer your question, no, I am a relationship girl. I've always been a relationship girl. I've never been a like date around, sleep around girl. I won't be doing another single year. Someone else said, did you want to take a break from dating now? Because I've had a similar story as you. I definitely don't want to take a break from dating. I don't know, I feel like more motivated and like more excited to date than ever. And to all the trolls out there who say like, Amelia's so desperate to get married and have kids. Firstly, you're not offending me or hurting me, so you can keep going if you want to, but you're wasting your time. Secondly, I am a woman and real fucking women know what they want, okay? Real women know what they want, and I know what I want. I come up from a very family orientated background, and I want a family. And also, if I was that desperate to get married and have children like you all say I am, I would have done that 10 years ago. So no, I'm waiting for my life partner. I'm romantic, okay? Have you started dating again? I am open to dating again. I've always enjoyed dating, and even when dating is so shocking and horrible and you just want to run home and call your girlfriends, it's almost like a bonding experience. Like, calling your girlfriends at the end of the worst date of all time is actually so fun because they can just make you laugh about it. Or even call your mom or like anyone close to you, like you can just laugh about it with and be like, I just couldn't wait to go home, I got the ick, it was horrible. I had a guy once shout at me on a date, literally raise his voice at me on a date, and I have never legged it so fast. I had 3 different taxi apps open on my phone to leg it out of this bar. I feel like it was like a blind date or like a setup. And still, even though I was literally shuddering afterwards, made it into a funny experience with my friends. I was like, you will never guess what just happened to me on a date. I actually got shouted at. What are you most looking forward to exploring in your newly single life? I will tell you something about being newly single. For any of you who are newly single and you're scared, being single really pushes you outside your comfort zone, and the friends that I have made when I'm single are my bestest friends. When one of my previous relationships ended, I met literally a week later a girl that I'd known my whole life, but we'd never like connected or got close, and we are best friends now. We speak 3 times a day. So that part of being single is what I'm most excited about, like connecting with new people, meeting new people. Someone else asked what are the qualities you're looking for in a long-term partner, so I kind of told you a couple already. Do you plan on having a family, and would you have one alone if you have the chance? I have thought about having one alone. I have. I don't know that I would right now. That's not really what I want to focus on right now. I want to focus on meeting someone that I can be like a unit and a team with, and then building a family. It is something that comes up a lot in conversation with my single girlfriends and I, but I don't think I would right at this moment. What have you learned is important for you in a partner? I have learned that a partner that has their own shit going on is really important to me. I've learned that maybe over the past 10 years, someone that has their own career, their own friend group, their own hobbies, their own activities, someone that's their own whole person. Because I feel like I'm really independent and I have my life, I have my friend group, I have my hobbies, my activities. Great if those cross over and overline, like especially to do with like how you spend your free time. But because I'm so independent, and I actually saw a comment the other day saying, I didn't realize Amelia was single because she's so independent that it's hard to tell when she's in a relationship and when she's not. That really made me laugh. Someone that has their own shit going on, that's what my aunt calls it. She's like, they need to have their own shit going on. I'm like, yeah, they need to have their own shit going on. Kind of tying into that is someone that's really like driven and purpose orientated, I would say. Will you ever share a relationship with us again? Oh guys, I think about this so much. God, it's gonna make me cry because it's like you're my family, you're my friends, and I want to share good times with you, but it really scares me sometimes, the thought of sharing another relationship online. I shared me and my previous boyfriend because most of you have seen us for the past like 10 years. What a great time for my battery to die. Okay, so as I was saying, that's good. Stop me crying at least. Yeah, most of you have seen us for the past 10 years, so it kind of made sense to share that relationship with you. And I don't know, it depends if the person is public or not. It depends if, I don't know, it depends on so many things. I would like to, I definitely will tell you when I'm in a relationship again, but it kind of so much depends on who I'm dating. Right now, I am loving. If a man tells me he has no social media, I'm literally like, take me now, that is so attractive. Why? I don't really know the psychology behind that. Kirsty says, who is this guy making you glow? I am so glad to see this comment, can I just tell you, because no man is making me glow right now. I am a self-glowing queen. I am one of those like light up caterpillars in the night, you know? That is me. No guy is making me glow. This glow is coming from within. I feel like this is a different glow to any glow that I've ever had. Genuinely, like I feel so at one with myself. It's so crazy to say that. I want to like touch wood and evil eye myself. No, take that back. I take it back. This comment has made me so happy because it's like, look gals, you don't need a man to make you glow. Someone can look at you and be like, oh my god, that girl is glowing from a man and she's just actually glowing from within. That's literally it. You don't need a man to make you glow. Does your family get attached to your exes and get sad when you break up? Do they keep in touch? Honestly, it's kind of the other way around. around. Any guy I've ever dated has been like, oh, I miss your family, or I want to see your family, or I'm gonna miss your family. Or even Mama Rachel was walking down the street the other day and one of my ex-boyfriends like legged it to her. I was like, Mama Rachel, I miss you so much. I look at my phone and my friend Gemma has messaged me because there's a video on TikTok and she said, we're trying to find my brother-in-law a girlfriend because we have a family holiday to the Maldives and we want him to bring a +1 to the Maldives. And all the comments are tagging me, being like, I need to show you these comments, they're hilarious. I look at my phone and Gemma's like, there's literally 100 comments of people tagging you, being like, Amelia Liana single now, at Amelia Liana. I'm crying with laughter. You guys are the best. If I find my future man via the internet, I will literally cry with laughter. That would be so funny. So if anyone has any brothers, cousins, uncles, dads, hit me up. Okay, back to the question. I'm getting to Lulu. A lot of other country questions came up, I think because I'm spending so much time in the US this month and you guys haven't even seen what I have planned the next 2 weeks. Do you see yourself moving to another country? Would you move to Miami or the States to get a different experience? Would you live anywhere else? Would you ever move from the UK? So many questions like this. Okay, I have never thought about it. I have never thought about it. Home was where Duke is and home is where my family is. I never even thought about putting him on a plane, honestly. It was just where he is. And now I genuinely have these thoughts, like I could move anywhere. The world is my oyster. I never thought about moving apart from this winter, thinking, oh, I would love to spend a bit more time somewhere sunny during the winter, which is what I'm doing now. But when I say spend time, I mean like 2 weeks, not like my life. I've honestly never thought about it. I fell in love with Miami. I have never spent time there. I've spent time in Palm Beach, which was like 2 days. I really enjoyed the culture in Miami. It's a very like fit and healthy outdoorsy life. And I love that. Every morning in Miami, I went and walked on the beach for 2 hours. I felt so good. Being by the water, oh my gosh, I don't know, you know? Maybe Paris, Dubai? I don't know. I actually don't know. I said to my best friend Tamara yesterday, because we were actually talking about this, because she asked me the same question as you. And I said, but what about my family? And she was like, well, if you had a family, home would be where your family are. And I was like, oh, that's beautiful. Speaking of Miami, the amount of hate I got for wearing jeans or wanting to wear jeans in Miami, not just from the internet, from my friends as well. Everyone's like, no one wears jeans in Miami. Everyone wears dresses. Everyone dresses up. OGs will know that I never used to wear jeans ever. And now I'm a jeans girl. You can't get me out of jeans. And everyone's like, no more jeans. No more jeans. Wear a dress, wear a skirt. I literally got comments on the Q&A saying, I can't believe you wore jeans in Miami. Just to say, I'm living for your TikToks. They are so good. Oh, that makes me so happy. For those of you that don't have TikTok, by the way, I post them to YouTube Shorts. So you're probably watching this on YouTube, in which case you can check them out on YouTube Shorts. Oh, I love TikTok so much. I really enjoy being on TikTok. I love that app. I love the comments on that app. In terms of when I'm just scrolling the app and I go and something's going viral and I look at the comments on other people's videos, they just make me laugh. I saw this video the other day and it was like ice on the windshield. And she was scraping the ice with her Summer Fridays lip balm. And the top comment was, I love when Summer Fridays turns into Winter Saturdays. She posted on Saturday. People are so sharp on TikTok, I love it. And I love the TikTok culture. I love that it's like almost for the girls. I love that people ask for advice on there. I love how instant TikTok is. Oh, I love that app. So if you're not following me on TikTok already, go follow me. Thoughts on your female friendships in 2023? I really feel like I solidified my female friendships in 2023. It was a year where I wanted more support and I actually asked for it, which I'm really bad at, but I pushed myself to ask for more support from my female friends, my female gals. I feel like last year a lot of my female friendships I really solidified and I really worked out what my love languages are, what their my friends' love languages are, and worked off that. By the way, if you don't know your love languages, I'm going to leave a quiz down below. So useful to know. There are 5 love languages, and not just in relationships, in your friendships as well. For example, I'm a physical touch person. Physical touch is like one of my top love languages, and my sister hates physical touch. She like recoils at a hug. So if I'm upset, like I want to be hugged and I want to be held, and she like recoils. It's just kind of good to know, like as a friend, how you can best support your friends based on their love languages. Is it like words of affirmation, telling them, you know, positive things, good things about them, sending them cute messages? Is it quality time, going around spending time with them? Is it gifts? Is it like dropping stuff over at their house when they need it? Things like that. So if you haven't heard of that concept of love languages, go and check it out and get your friends and your like family, like boyfriends, whatever, like get them to do it, because it's so interesting. It kind of helps strengthen your relationship with whoever you want to strengthen your relationship with and understand them better. What are your biggest fears and insecurities, and are you doing anything to overcome them? One of my biggest fears that was based off a memory that I had, I did EMDR therapy last year, which I would recommend to anyone. Type of therapy that reprograms trauma in the brain. Google it because I'll probably explain it not as good as Google would. Based on rapid eye movements. It sounds like a bunch of I don't even remember, you know what I mean? But I was so skeptical, and it works. And all my friends who have done it, I have quite a few friends that have done it for multiple different things, including like miscarriages, including really severe depression, including really bad trauma from childhood. Oh my gosh, it has worked on every single person that I know. And it's amazing because from the people that I know, it's worked on really severe things and much lighter things as well that people just might be hindering their day-to-day life. I would recommend it so much. It's one of the most effective therapies I've personally seen. Right, are you ready for this question? What was the cause of Duke's death? I had a couple of questions like this because towards the end of last year, it wasn't exactly clear why Duke had died. A month before he died, this was a video of him running, having the best time. So he wasn't exactly unable, but he did have a heart condition which is really common in a lot of Pomeranians and smaller dogs. I originally thought he died from this heart condition. That's what we originally thought, that the heart wasn't working properly and that water got into the lungs. However, when they did a scan after he died, they had found that one of his arteries had torn and his heart just had a complete failure. On the day that he died, they were trying to drain the water from his lungs and it wasn't working. It sometimes does work. One of my best friend's Pomeranians a year before had water in his lungs. The vets managed to drain it and he lived for another year. So I was kind of hoping that would be the case. However, when he was in hospital, and it's not exactly clear when this artery just completely failed, but he had a heart fiber tear and that put more strain on his heart. I wish I could have done more for him. I think I'll always think I could have done more. And because I live my life online, I have video documentation of every single day, so I can go back the days before he died and see if there were any signs that I was missing. I feel like there was. And when I went to see Alex and Victoria and Susie in December, Alex said something to me that made me feel so much better. I love Alex so much. He said, of all the nights that Bo was sick, and Bo throws up a lot, Bo was their dog. Imagine if I didn't take him to the vet the one night he was sick. They might show signs, but sometimes it's absolutely nothing and sometimes it's everything. And Duke was being a tiny bit weird the few days before he died, but it wasn't a weird that I hadn't seen before, and it wasn't a weird that was like if he ate something funny on the piece of bread on the street and was weird the next day. So, the guilt you feel as a mum for not protecting your baby as much as you should have. Oh, it's horrible. I would not wish it on anyone. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna cry. No tear is going to fall. I'm going to suck them up. Okay, no tear fell, see? So yeah, that was the cause of his death. Right before I went away to Miami, I received his ashes, which did make me feel better. You know, I didn't think it would, but having him at home, I don't know, it did make a difference to me. It is also weird looking at a box being like, this is all I have left of my baby, but at the same time it's weirdly comforting to feel like that their essence is with you. I'm curious, what is in store for your house this year? I have a spare room. That was going to be the room that my man got as his little shroom situation, dressing room, whatever he wanted, little man cave. However, I'm not currently planning on moving in with him, man. I was planning on moving in, which is why I was kind of setting up this room for a man, but now I'm not sure what to do with it, so I think I might make it a spare room. I was thinking about making it like an at-home gym, but I don't think I'll ever use it because I like being outdoors and for exercise. So I really need to sort out that room. That room really got put on the back burner in summer when it wasn't looking like it would be utilized to how I thought it would be utilized. So stay tuned because that is what's going to happen. I also want to wallpaper something else in my house, but I'm not sure what yet, because I worked with Colin's Son, which is one of my favorite wallpapers. They do the lemon wallpaper in my bathroom. And when I was working with them, I saw all these amazing wallpapers I hadn't even seen before, and I was like, oh, I do not have enough wallpaper in my house. This next question, I need to phone a friend. Who remembers Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that show, you know? Question for the gals. What is something about yourself that viewers might not know? Because you know everything that they know and you know me, so what might they not know?
Oh my god, you really put me on the spot.
Nothing, I share everything. Here is here to tell them.
I think everyone sees you as a very social person, or loud and life of the party online. You'd actually charge your energy or charge yourself very much like solo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, more introverted than people might seem, which is actually a question in the Q&A. It was literally my next question I was going to ask. That's so fun. Answer that's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, are you more introverted or extroverted Gemini?
You like to charge up introverted.
Yeah. The other day, Pia came into my room in Miami, and I was like, I just need to be alone in the dark for an hour, and then I'll be fine. And then I was fine.
Yeah. I was surprised you were fine that quickly. You were like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, it was literally an hour. I just knew I needed an hour alone in the dark, like staring at the ceiling. There you go. That literally answered 2 questions in one. Did they find out why your ceiling fell down? I hope it wasn't a huge ordeal to get it fixed. It was simply bad plastering, thank goodness. Okay, next question is very appropriate because I got my titties out today. Did I have a boob job? I think I answer this probably like once a year. I'm not joking, because everyone always thinks I do. My weight, when I put on weight, it goes to my midsection, so my arms and my legs will look the same, but these, they grow like beyond amount. So no, I have not had a boob job. I might have a boob job one day if they start going south, you know. You never know. And I'm not opposed to getting a boob job, I would tell you, but no, these babies are real titties. This is gonna need a whole other video, I think. How are things going with Raimi? You haven't mentioned it in a long time. I also got another question about being a brand founder. So I thought I would touch on this, and we're gonna go into more detail soon. Raimi is good, Raimi still exists. I do not have any plans for any future collections, and a lot of the pieces are still online. I'm not planning any restocks. At the beginning of last year, I asked you your honest opinion on where you think I should take Raimi. Since then, I kind of decided I'm not a brand founder in the way that the current world sees brand founders. I love the creative elements of Raimi. I love designing the jewelry. I love putting them together. I love the sampling process. Anyone with a clothing brand or jewelry brand will know that part of having a brand is about 3% of having a brand, and that was the main reason why I wanted to start a brand, was because I wanted to design my own jewelry. The other 97% is logistics, management of teams, operations, packaging, customer service. Like, there's so much more that goes into having a brand, and we're going to talk about this more in a whole other video, but that is where I am currently at with Raimi. So if you do want to shop, I will make a discount code just for this video, which is going to be YouTube 20. I will leave it on the screen and down below. When are you going to dye your hair darker? You must be new or haven't seen this video. But I did dye my hair darker. I also got another comment on the Q&A saying how much they like my darker hair. If you have said that, thank you. This is the darkest my hair has been in a while, the darkest my hair has been in years, and I love it. I feel like it looks so much more sophisticated, and I like not having light roots. I like having really dark roots. I feel like it also suits me better. I'm kind of going more and more into my darker hair era. I love the look of balayage. I love this look of like golden, like caramel vibes. I feel like darker hair is like a bit more sophisticated and maybe suits me better than like blonde, and especially like blonde highlights on the roots. My hair in summer, I didn't think that suited me at all. I thought I was honestly too blonde, and like too blonde on dark. It just, I don't know, it didn't suit me. My hair in April was probably my favorite hair I've ever had, and that was really blonde, but it was like a real balayage of blonde. And my hair right now, I feel like this is my second favorite hair I've ever had. Everyone keeps asking me about hair care though. Someone asked which Kerastars range do I use. So right now I'm using Kerastars Premier. Let me just get it to my shower. This product is going to change your life. It's so good. It's a pre-shampoo treatment that you can use on wet hair in the shower. You do 5 pumps on your hair. It lasts 5 minutes. It really helps strengthen your hair. I mean, it literally makes my hair look so much shinier and healthier. Oh, I use it every time I shower now. Every time I shampoo my hair. It's really changed the game for me. This is such a great new range from Kerastars, and I have been using it with the matching shampoo and conditioner. I've been using this range, but depending on what my hair needs, I'll like switch out what Kerastars range I'm using. I also love the Kerastars Elixir Ultime. In terms of a mask, I've always been loyal to the Kerastars mask. I also love the Christophe Robin hair mask, and there's like a pre-scalp like scrub situation from Christophe Robin as well. I really like that too. And I feel like those things are really helping my hair like just be so much shiny and stronger. And like, look at my ends. Like, my ends didn't used to be like this. They used to be way more scraggly, and now they just look really shiny and healthy, and I'm so happy with my hair. Okay, that is officially our Q&A. I will be back next Sunday 9:30 a.m. with a vlog. I think it's going to be a vlog from like St. Lucia in New York, because when you're watching this, I will have just gone to New York on a girls trip. This girls trip was planned before St. Lucia was planned, before Miami was planned, so it just happened to like tie in perfectly. It's a trip for one of my best friend's birthdays, and you guys have seen her in my vlogs actually. Remember when Lauren came over recently, like in December, and we did our skincare routine together. That is whose birthday we're celebrating in New York. So if you're gonna miss me, I'll be on Instagram and on TikTok. I've been posting a lot on Instagram in St. Lucia. I'll put some pictures on the screen right now. And I hope that answered some of your most burning questions, and I will see you next Sunday with another vlog, and I will not leave it this long until the next Q&A, I promise. Mwah. Love you guys.